What is going on? Welcome guys, my name is Andy. This is a video on how to take an ordinary house and give it a Halloween makeover. So as you can see, this house has been decorated Halloween style. You know those kind of houses that you pass and your neighbor or that person has gone completely crazy with the decorations. This is what we've got. Front yard Halloween decorations gone crazy. We've got a guy hanging from a tree. We've got a spooky guy in the window. We've got a jump scare round about here with a dragon popping up. Kind of crazy. We've got pumpkin patches, rolling fog like from a fog machine, even wither roses, and some nice details as well. Would you stop doing that? We've even got jack-o'-lanterns in the window, details, cobwebs, and some pumpkin pie to get stuck into. Hey, if you like these kind of tutorial videos, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. Let's learn how to do this. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you how to make is the jump scare. This is a pretty cool thing. First thing to decide is where to put the jump scare, and I think really it's kind of close up to your house is actually pretty cool, because if it's this red square right here, I can actually disguise with blocks in there where we're going to have some sticky pistons actually in there, pulling the grass, this bit of grass, back under there and letting the thing pop up from down there. So nice and close to your house means you can disguise the redstone. Let me show you the redstone over here. This is the layout of the redstone, and the jump scare works like this. When you click on the pressure plate, up pops the scary dragon guy, and if you step off this pressure plate, he can just disappear as well. And if you just stand on it temporarily, he kind of appears and stays there, which is a pretty cool effect as well. And the next time he just toggles down as well. Super simple, as you can see, but I'm going to show you block by block how to do this. And I'm going to build it over here rather than beside the house, because it's a bit easier without the house right next to it. Anyway, so that's the block. I'm going to decide which is going to be my pop-up block right there. And what I want to do is carve out 2 blocks here and then 3 blocks there, and that makes a 6 wide trench, complete a 6 by 6 square. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can come down another level with this as well. What we want to do is come down 5 blocks and put a sticky piston. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the sticky piston is going to go down there. I don't have a sticky piston. Here we go. Sticky piston right there, and then slime on top of the sticky piston, and then your armor stand can go on top just like that, and you can see it sits just under the grass block right there. Now slime has some weird properties where you do need to put some obsidian beside the slime. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 blocks beside the slime. So it's 1 block beside the slime and then 2 above it, and then the sticky piston should hopefully fire that up. We'll dig down to the sticky piston a little bit later on, but what I want to do is provide now the path for the pressure plate. Now it doesn't matter quite how far back you put the pressure plate. I've only put it back, say 1, 2, 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, boom, that's where the pressure plate goes. And of course we need some redstone that gets hit by the pressure plate. So as soon as you step on that, the redstone comes alive. I'm going to bring it down here. We need to invert this redstone, which means make it do the opposite thing. So we're going to put a block there and a redstone torch on it, and that means that the redstone coming out of this here is actually, that's off, so that's on. So when you step on this, that one actually goes off, believe it or not. So if I'm stepped on that, if I just put this here, you can see as soon as I step on it, it turns that off. Cool. So right now it is on. We need to bring it up and put on a nice sticky piston, which is going to hold a bit of grass here to disguise things. So the sticky piston needs to come in right here, doesn't it? Something like that, I believe. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. And of course you need to lead your redstone up to it just like that. So what that should do is, as long as you're standing on that, it should pull the grass block back. Okay, but at the same time we want this redstone signal to come along here into another inverter. So I'm going to put the redstone torch there, and then we're going to dig down here with the redstone there. As you can see, it is off, but as soon as I step on this, it goes back on. And all you got to do is lead this redstone signal down to your pistons. There's the piston there, and lead your redstone, oops, like that. And there you go. That's all you have to do. Don't forget to put your scary face on your armor stand, and we can test this out. Woohoo! It's pretty cool. I like it. Obviously, you need to disguise everything like this. Oh, well, that's annoying. What you can do here is just power up that block, and that works just exactly the same. And of course, if your house is above this, then it's still going to work. Next, we're going to make a table with the pumpkin pie on it. This would also look good for a Thanksgiving table as well, and that's coming up soon, I believe, in the United States. I'm going to make one with the pumpkin pie at the middle. So make yourself a little Minecraft table, whatever design you want to come up with, and then dig down into the ground, just under the level of the ground, 1 block down on the ground. Right, so pumpkin pie right in the middle would be 1, 2, 3 bits of snow. Then you want to add on some blocks here to hold up your armor stands. We're going to have 1 armor stand kind of facing this way with a carved pumpkin on, and that one can drop down like that. Let's also do one which is diagonal like this. Carved pumpkin, boom, like that. Starts to look like a bit like a pumpkin pie. We can also have one maybe at this diagonal as well. There we go, looking pretty smart. Let's add on a couple more. Let's try like this, actually. If it's facing in this direction. Honestly, it doesn't matter too much, but the more angles you have, the more your pie actually starts to look pretty cool. I would say we need maybe just one more, maybe facing in this direction. Hopefully that's going to be correct. Yeah, I want one that's kind of in between right there. So let's go and face this direction. Not quite. Let's face this direction, see if we can get this pie to look good. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Next, obviously, we need to put some slabs into place. You could push them in from this side, but it's going to move the armor stand. So it's always better to push them in from the top. What I need to do is grab, I think, some grass blocks here, and we need an upper spruce slab. That's the most important thing to remember when doing this. Make it an upper spruce slab. If we have another bit of grass there, then we can put that there, and we can force this upper slab down. And that's it, down by 1 block, and we need to force it down again like that, and here we go. So more redstone block, boom, there we go. So that can go like that. Take away all you, and let's grab a stone pressure plate, because this can actually act like a little plate for our pumpkin pie. Isn't that cool? And we need to have that there and that there. If you want some ordinary pumpkins sitting on the table as well, then I would recommend grabbing some snow, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to grab an armor stand, and of course your carved pumpkin. Maybe face it in that way would look cool. Carved pumpkin, and in exactly the same way that we put this spruce slab down, you would put that spruce slab down there as well. And there you go. Next, we're going to learn how to make kind of a centerpiece or a side piece, an entryway into your house with some epic garden decorations. So grab yourself campfires. We've got sea pickles, turtle eggs, some hay, cobwebs, a range of nice player heads, and then go ahead and make kind of a 3-2-1 cascading shape there. 3 at the back, then 2s, then 1s in the front with your hay. Then kind of just mess it up and make it a little bit more random like that. And you could even place hay facing kind of in different directions like that. Makes it look a bit more jumbled up and disturbing for the eye, which is kind of the effect you're going for. Add some cobwebs. Every time you do this, it will look slightly different. You needn't copy me exactly. I don't think that would be wise. Just make something up and suit it to your own tastes. Add some sea pickles, turtle eggs, your choice of spooky player heads. Go for different colors if you can as well, because there are different colored pumpkins available in the shops right now. I've seen them. Add some sea pickles, turtle eggs, cobwebs. I'm going to maybe add some of this beautiful dead horny and dead brainy coral fans. They look spooky. I'm going to add just a few more of them, a few more player heads, and then we can add maybe an actual jack-o'-lantern you could add as well, because this will give off some light to the build as well. And if you do that, don't forget to add a pea-sickle on top. Okay, for the kind of the rolling fog effect, like a fog machine effect, what we're going to do is just sink some campfires into the ground, 2 blocks down, cover them up with grass or whatever you've got in your yard, and then you're going to have to get some barrier blocks. Now I believe barrier blocks are available for every single version of Minecraft now, so these are invisible blocks that you can place, and the great thing about them is when you place them just 1 block above the grass, it blocks off the smoke and it makes it look like that atmospheric rolling fog, like you've got a fog machine in your garden. And there we go, barrier blocks. Of course they're invisible, but they are in place. Going to add a few more around here, and a nice little kind of burner or fire or portable kind of, I don't know, campfire or barbecue is to put a campfire floating in the air, stick a lever underneath it, flick that lever, and then when you put on some iron trapdoors at the side, they are already flicked up, and then you've got a little campfire burner thingy. I don't know, it just looks kind of cool. It could be used in a lot of different situations and not just Halloween as well. Okay, so next we're going to go for the spooky tree. Now I have used these all over acacia wood blocks and I think they look wonderful. And all I do is I hold down my button that places blocks and I just spam. So spam like that, and then I just go back and trim it and take off some of the diagonals. And if I'm not happy, I just start again. There we go. So spam it and then trim it is the way I would do it. That would be my advice for making a spooky looking tree. In fact, pretty much any tree. Okay, so we're going to have the hanging guy from the tree. I'm also going to get some orange and brown wool blocks to represent the autumn leaves. There is a bit of iron railing hanging down. Decide exactly where you're going to put your armor stand, and then of course it's going to be standing on a barrier block. So place that barrier block, then the armor stand. I've got some spooky head. I've got like a zombie Herobrine head, and I've got some dyed armor, leather armor as well, dyed black, and that looks like a guy hanging from the tree, kind of horrible. And then it's just the question of decorating your tree. So I can add some brown and orange to look like rotting leaves on the tree. Some more dead brainy or dead horny coral fans, pea-sickles, and I've got some turtle eggs and some mushrooms at the base on some mycelium, and that makes it look like the tree is kind of rotting with bracket fungus coming out of it. Okay, next we're going to make a spooky window. So I've simply placed another armor stand with a spooky guy inside, a jack-o'-lantern, and I'm using some jungle, dark oak and spruce planks to make it look like the window has been boarded up. So a very, very quick one here. I'm putting on some skulls sitting on top of 2 blocks. Get rid of the blocks and you've got yourself some spooky hanging lanterns. Love it. Okay, next we're going to make a spooky pumpkin patch, which really is a good way of filling in a bit of space in your spooky house display. So I've got some farm blocks. I'm going to stick down some pumpkins, some jack-o'-lanterns as well. I'm also going to spam down a whole bunch of wheat and actually a whole bunch of pumpkin stalks as well. Now, most of these pumpkin stalks won't actually grow into anything. There's not enough space for them because I've packed them in, and I like that effect as if they're absolutely packed in. And there we go, adding some I think it's dead brainy coral at the back, some wither roses, sea pickles, and boom, we are done with 7 things to add to your haunted house. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. That way you won't miss a live stream or another one of my videos. Hey, if you'd like to build on the server with me, add me on Discord and download just about everything I build. Then check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/andyisyoda. For example, these 10 upgrades to a castle, they're available for download on Bedrock and Java. See you guys. Ciao, ciao in the blocks. Be with you.